Nail Beauty School was just the beginning, right? What on earth do you do now? Welcome to the Salon Success Podcast with Monaco Nail Academy. Our topics stretch beyond nails and into all things salon related, business, marketing, and social media, and at very least hits you with real honest stories about our experiences. This isn't school, this is real life, real business, and really freaking hard work. The Salon Success Podcast is recorded live on Mondays at 5 p.m. New Zealand time via facebook.com/Monaco Nail Academy and available on Spotify and Google playlists. Hi! So today we have with us, we have Rochelle. She's old news. We all know Rochelle. And we have one of our students with us, Campbell. We're so excited that a student actually agreed to come in with us this evening. So, thanks for that, Rochelle. I'm sorry. It was like just our heads. Just expose all my bad bits. So we would love to see you in the comments below, joining in with our stories today. We're going to ask a few questions and we'd just love to see your feedback. So where have I gone? So we're just going to start off kicking things off and we're going to chat about real life as a nail tech. So, Rochelle, can you tell us what your hardest thing about running your salon this week was?
Ooh, my hardest thing about running the salon. I think it's just going to sound real dumb, especially for someone that's a mum most of the time, Jessie. But my biggest thing is balancing clients and like housework. Because I've been getting busier now that I've gone full time, it's been it's been challenging. And some days my husband's come home and been like, why are the dishes on the bench? And I'm like, well, I've actually been working. Just because I work from home doesn't mean that
one quick way to get a divorce is ask your wife what she's been doing all day.
Yeah. He means well, because that was just one of our things. He's like, if you don't have clients, you have to, do the housework, which is fair. Like, that's totally fair. And he pulls his weight totally. So,
but you have clients.
But yeah, I do have clients, but I have like gaps. I need to start booking people in like back to back because I have like 30 or 40 minute gaps, and then I'm like, oh no, I can't be bothered doing like putting the washing or doing whatever I want to.
So how do you do that, do you think?
I don't know. I need to see if my booking system will let me just show like the first 2 appointments after each booking or something like that. I don't know. I need to look into it.
I find that a lot of people, because I've only just put my booking system in, I found that a lot of people are messaging me rather than using my booking system.
Yeah, but I've always had a booking system. So I don't get many messages because I've always had a booking system because I can't be bothered going back and forth with people like, I've got this time. And they're like, no, those don't work for me. It's like, can you just go on my link and choose?
It's going to be stressful.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I have liked is I've been able to be like, well, I don't want a client at 9:30 and then a client at 4. Like, I'll just tell her that I've only got 10. And if it doesn't work, then I can give her another appointment.
But that's been my challenge is just, I guess, going from part-time to full-time. It's definitely been it's been interesting. It's been good, but it's been interesting
learning how you're going to get those breaks in for lunch and
I'm like, I've got a 40-minute break. That's not enough time to eat lunch. Like, yes it is.
If you're in your house.
I'm in my house, so and another challenging thing is trying to get the new salon open. That's been hitting
because you're still renovating it, eh?
Yeah. So
what are your potholes?
We had a leak in the roof that we had to fix, and now my husband's deciding whether he wants to let me be able to plug things in or whether he wants just like an extension lead coming out of our house. And so that's like a big debate going on in our house at the moment.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't understand like the aesthetics and the professionalism side of it.
I hate it when husbands have opinions.
Yeah, but that's all right. We'll get there. What about you?
We'll go to Campbell. What was your biggest?
He's not running a salon.
What was your challenge in the nail tech life this week?
Well, I'm not qualified. I'm still a student, but probably motivation. There's always something like, why am I here? Just motivating myself to keep going, I would say.
Is that why you're pretty good at coming into class? Do you find you get more motivated by coming into Monaco?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're like one of the consistent things about when people book in desks is Campbell's always like, I want a desk. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah, that's good.
You're always here, which is great.
And really am I right in thinking, because you've been in sometimes, and sometimes you just study theory, right?
Yeah,
and get going on your theory.
Look at the videos on the website or practice on a wheel.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
I wish all the students were like that. That's cool. Like when you can't.
Even I'm not motivated to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, that's good use of your time. Like, I'm glad that you know that when you're not motivated, the way that you can fix that is just to get in here and do stuff. Because you've been pretty productive this afternoon. Show them your nails. What have you been doing?
I don't want to show them. They're horrible.
They look good.
I think they look good.
Clunks McGunks.
They're pigment faded.
They look good.
I should
Yeah, it's always hard when you do your own though. Like mine are always real chunky when I do my own because I like get halfway through filing and I'm like, I'll finish these tomorrow.
Yeah,
I just can't deal.
Yeah, I that's probably the reason I don't have extensions. Like I'm averse to nail art. I'm also averse to long nails. For some reason, I came to beauty school to become a full qualified nail tech, but I don't want any of it on my own nails.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, Tony. So, okay, my challenge. What was my challenge?
Well, you're in the cabin now.
Yeah, I'm in the cabin, so I felt like everything was quite good. But I think my challenge was being consistent with technology. So, like, for me, I wanted to get my specials out and I wanted to get my name out there. But I was just like, I can't do that because I don't have the booking page working right yet. Like, I can't say book in and then they're like, your link doesn't work, you stupid woman. And then they think I'm stupid and then they don't come to me.
Yeah.
So it was like I had to, like, get all this stuff done. And then finally it was like, what night was it? Was it Thursday night? It was like, here's my new salon, here's my booking system, here's my special, because I could finally like sit down and figure it all out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think for me, like you said, work and life balance, I find it hard to actually get the time to go out. And I had a discussion with Hayden that evening and said, listen, I've set my work hours, and even if I don't have clients, I'll be out there.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And I'll be using that time to like save things to my laptop. So I've got things going like when I need them. I've written out my schedule. So that was a challenge this week, but I feel like I've
nailed it.
Gotten on top of it. Thanks for that. There, Rachel. It was Rochelle. Rachel, it was awesome. You should ask my students today. I literally can't speak. I'm a complete spaz. Like, I've had too many children, guys. Okay. So we're going to talk about highlights of the week. So we'll start with you again, Michelle. What was your highlight?
Oh, okay. So my highlight of the week, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably already saw it, but I got my name on a backdrop for an event. And it was so pretty. Oh, my God. Yeah, that was amazing. Like, for if you don't follow me on social media, I was part of the I attended the Click Pink Breakfast.
Is it Click?
Yeah,
I thought
yesterday.
It was Click.
It's Click. Yeah, we asked them.
Really
so it's two sisters that designed Click tights. They're amazing tights. And they put together this pink ribbon breakfast to support breast cancer. They brought out specific pink tights, and $20 of it each pair of tights is going to go towards breast cancer society, which is really cool. And they drop tonight at 7:30 p.m. if you are interested. Two Kiwi girls that live out in like Glen or something. They're amazing girls, and basically what I did is I approached them and I was like, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to be like, no, we don't want you. But I emailed them and said, hey, I'd really love to put something together for your guys' goodie bags, and I'd really love to give you guys manicures or a spray tan so that you can try my services before you commit to putting me into your goodie bags. They came out and they saw my salon, and I'm like
That's
amazing
so
girls.
cool,
They're really, really lovely. I was fortunate enough to attend Chloe, and she's their like right hand woman. So she does all their replies to their emails and stuff. So yeah, it was an amazing event. If you guys ever get the chance to go, I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing it next year. It was just a great bunch of girls. It was like 230 girls there. They said in their little thing that they started off with 40 tickets and they're like, yeah, we'll be able to sell 40. Like, let's just see how it goes. And then, 225 girls were there.
Women are so down on themselves.
Yeah,
like,
but it was
Surely.
amazing. And then they're like, yeah, we need your logo for like advertising. And I was like, oh, yeah, it'll be on like a Facebook post. And then me and my mum and my best mate went and got a photo. And I was like, oh my God, guys, look, my logo's on there. Like, and to most people, that's not a big deal, but for a small business, like, it's just me in my home salon. Like,
I don't know anybody
amazing
that
to see
wouldn't
that.
be a big deal.
Like, it was so cool. Yeah, and then there's like this cheesy ass photo on their social media now of me, like, with the professional photographer being like, but yeah, that was definitely the highlight of my week. Probably going to be the highlight of my year. Just to be involved with those girls, and I've had quite a few bookings as well. Because I just put like a little. I went on Vistaprint and I got like a $10 off voucher printed off with my logo and stuff, and yeah. That's cool.
So cool. And what can we learn from that? Like, put yourself out there. Yeah, put yourself out there.
Like, the worst that was going to happen was they were going to be like, oh, hey, sorry, but we're actually already going with someone, or, you'd never know where you're going to end up. Like that. It was, yeah.
And nobody else was bold enough to approach them and ask, and that's probably what impressed them the most.
Yeah, like they really are a great bunch of girls. They get back to everyone. Like, they make sure that they reply to everybody that asks them questions and stuff. Yeah, that's
cool. That's good in a small business, that you're actually, If you're going to support a small business, then you want to be seen. Yeah. What about you, Campbell? What was your highlight of the week? It doesn't have to be nail related.
I started the Art of Nails Pigment.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, so I'm looking through that.
Yeah, nice.
It's quite interesting. The versatility of the products, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So you've seen, we've got the specials on this week for Pigment, on this month for Pigment. So you've probably seen all the flipping different things you can do with Pigment. Hey, so that's what you've been having a play with today, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Pigment. You can do so much with it. It's great.
Yeah, you can. And it kind of wasn't until the special was coming and we started doing the lives and the demos that I realized, with all our knowledge put together, how many different things you can do with pigments.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and it can change. Like, pigments are really good. This is like a random tangent, but pigments are really good if you've only got a small range of colors, because you can layer pigments or put them on top of a color to change it, especially the chameleon ones and the pretties and all the ones that have got like a shine to them. I
love the chameleons. Cool. They're just, because in the box, like in the pack, some of them look like really, really similar, and then you put them on top of a color and you're like, how the heck did that happen?
Yeah.
And it's just like
magic.
Yeah, it is. It's like total magic. A highlight for me, I guess for me, like, my clients have always been found through friends, so I've usually known most of the people that have come through my door. So kind of the highlight for me this week is now I've put myself out there on my local page that I'm actually, I guess some people have come through that, but like, I'm now finally getting quite a high volume of people that I don't know coming through and asking about my services. And
it's
like,
exciting, when that happens. And you're like, because I'm notorious. I'll go through and be like, oh, who are the mutual friends who like sent them? And then it's like, oh wait, they don't even live like anywhere near.
Like, there's no mutual friends. They just liked my posts and liked my work and found me. And
it's such a good feeling when that happens.
Yeah, it's been. I just feel like a professional finally now that I'm in a salon that I can do that stuff. So
that's good.
It's exciting. Okay, so we're going to talk about our Oneups now. We did this a little bit last week, so you might be familiar with it. If you are watching live, please let us know what your highlight or struggle was this week. But something we like to do around here is one-ups. A one-up takes the idea of a constant improvement and makes it bite-sized. So clients are impressed by a salon that they can see constant improvement in, and that is daunting, but a one-up is going to do one small thing every fortnight. So that improvement is consistent but achievable. So what is going to be your one-up this fortnight, Rochelle? We don't have to start with you. Do you want us to start with you?
Oh, whatever. I don't really have a one-up for the next fortnight. Because with the salon opening, I'm kind of concentrating on that. But I already do a hot towel. I have cookie time cookies and a little like pack that they get to take home, which has an aftercare and a thank you and it's got my website and everything on it. So at the moment, I think I'm doing the best that I can with the space that I have.
What about like new colors though? Like
see, I don't do the new color
thing.
I don't do the new color thing because
you don't tell your clients what new colors you have.
So one of the things that I think was put on the page a little while ago was Penny said that when you buy like 5 new colors, just be like, oh, I'll introduce this one this week. Like, I can't. I am too impatient, and I'm like, yes, I got these 10 new colors, guys. Like, can we do one on each finger?
It's hard. Yeah.
So I do need to really sit down and have a think about what I will do. But my one up that I have done recently is I rearranged everything to put my bed up, my beauty bed up for lash lifts. And I also added some plants. So I guess that is something.
That's so one up.
And I do have some fairy lights that I need to set up. So maybe I'll wait a week and put those up. We'll see.
Yeah. So I'm not, it was more, oh no. Okay, I'll go. So my next one up was going to be a piece of decoration in my cabin. Like, obviously, I've got so many new things happening because I've just opened the cabin, and you'll find this when you've opened your cabin because everything's going to be new. And I decided last week that I was going to keep back I was going to do like this wool wall hanging and like plaited wool, and it was all pink and blush and glittery. And then my sister-in-law, who does macrame wall hangings, who lives in Perth, messaged me and said, would I be interested in me sending me one? So I'm going to be putting that up when that arrives. So I'm really excited that I get to sort of promote her little business over in Perth, but also get a one up for my salon. And so, really cool. I love family. They're awesome. So thanks, Hayley, if you ever know that I do this podcast. So that will be my one up this week. And also I just bought a new dip color today and a few new gel polishes. So some of them will be going to some clients on Friday night that I'm doing a mobile booking for. But I'll definitely be promoting my dip color because I feel like because Penny likes to introduce one at a time and I only bought one, I'll just do that dip color.
That's a good idea.
And then I'll leave the rest for another time.
Do you say to the customer like?
So you'd say to your client when they come in, check out the new dip color, you'd show them a swatch. You can do it on social media by swatching it and showing them, or encouraging a client to get it and then posting a photo with that new color on. And what I find is it's really nice to do seasonal colors, which is hard in New Zealand because a lot of distributors and businesses that come up with gel polish, like a lot of the brands of gel polish, are all Northern Hemisphere. And so they're coming out with the summer line right now, whereas we're like delving into winter. And so I find that a little bit hard to sort of play to because like autumn colors came out ages ago. But,
it's hard. That's why I usually don't do colors because the ones I buy are usually...
Yeah, because you're sort of having to generate your own excitement, whereas with the brands, they generate their own excitement because everybody is going into that season and so everybody's getting those colors, whereas with us, it's like, oh, what came out for winter last year that nobody knows about yet? What about you, Campbell? What's something? Oh, okay, so we'll do a struggle for Tony and then we'll go to Campbell's one-up. So Tony's struggle is time. There's so much going on outside of work that I've struggled to keep up with the admin side of the salon. upside is that I got to hang out with Sapana from No More Nails today and have a little play date. Cool. Play dates are awesome, man.
Yeah.
Because I feel like our businesses are quite personal. Yes, we get to talk to our clients and stuff, but sometimes it's nice to connect with other nail techs and talk about what's working for them and what isn't.
Yeah, and just little struggles that it's so much better to talk about in person than like on a forum.
Yeah, like you're not going to talk to your client about struggling to get time to do the admin side of your salon. Like, but I would do a nail play date with Rochelle and be like, oh my goodness, like my social media is falling apart. Like, and then like she might give me some ideas and we can bounce off each other.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's cool.
And I feel you with the admin side, Tony. Even though I'm now full time, I hate it. I hate it so much.
And that was and remember that was my struggle for the week. Like it's hard to be creative on social media and on your admin and make sure everything's sort of it's a bug on the screen. Everything's sort of up to date and running along nicely when you want to be doing the nails, which is why you're doing the job, you know? Like it's kind of like the side of it.
Definitely, especially if you're not like a business-minded person.
Yeah. So, Campbell, did you understand a bit of what we were talking about with the one-ups? What do you think you can do? I know that you didn't want us to tag you in anything today, Campbell, but what's something that you can do to one-up yourself?
Sit an assessment.
Oh, yes!
Probably that would be.
I asked him that today. It's just like, so... Because I think that you've done really well making sure that you're just always hands-on. You've always got, you said that you do quite well getting models to come in and let you do their nails, hey?
Yeah, do work colleagues and stuff.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then you come in here and you play with the products and totally practice makes perfect. So you've definitely been utilising your time and I'll be so excited to have you sit an assessment.
Tony, no deal.
What did...
Tony
said
if I do a social media, she'll do my admin. No deal, mate. I already pay someone else to do my social media.
Really?
Well, I pay them in nails. My sister-in-law does it.
I
can't deal. It gives me anxiety. I can't.
Yeah,
I respond
you're trying to be creative.
Stuff,
yeah,
but I can't do the like posts and that. I can't deal.
Yeah, I find because you're being creative in another way. You're having to, and it's just like, well, and it's putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
So like when somebody comes to your salon, they've approached you and they know they're getting their nails done. Yeah. Whereas when you do your social media posts, you're asking people, like it's the call to action, like you're asking people to come to you. It's scary.
That is scary.
It's like, it's hard. Okay, so we would like you to go ahead and click the like button if you have tuned into this video and you are still with us. We're going to have a little bit of a discussion about what Monaco can offer you. Our nail tech classes are accessible to everyone, both in New Zealand and overseas, through our Tech Booster lessons. So they're a mix of pre-recorded demos and live interactive videos with your educator. And that means that even from miles away, we work with you and you practice and guide, and we practice with you and guide you through your client sessions. So if you would like to check out more, check out our classes at monaco.ac.nz and see if those online classes may be for you. So we'll go on to our topic of the week to finish us off today. Oh no, then we have an accountability moment. So, what are you really good at? So we're so quick to consider all the negatives, but what are you actually kicking butt at in your salon or in your practice as a nail tech, as a human? Like it doesn't have to be your nail tech stuff. Like what are you doing well at? Campbell, we'll start with you today. What do you think you're kicking butt at? This is like the what went well, what could have gone better in the class, and we're going to make you say something good about yourself.
Well, I was listening to the students today doing that, and do you find they always sort of run themselves down?
Yes.
Like saying what didn't go well and really went well?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's probably important to try and work on your mindset.
Yeah.
What was the question?
What are you good at?
What are you?
You're good at not being negative.
Trying to.
Mm.
Yeah. I think it's all about your mindset and how you motivate yourself. The thoughts you tell yourself.
Yeah,
for sure.
No one else is going to tell you.
Yeah.
You're going to build yourself up.
Yeah.
And if you wait for somebody to tell you, you're always going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Definitely.
Although today I was trying to pound it into those girls that I was proud of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard though, especially when it's a first day of a new module, you're always like, oh,
true.
Last week was good, and then you got to start all over again because you're learning a new skill.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I'm really glad I don't have Mondays.
Yeah, I don't mind so much. I like Tuesdays. I like all the content on a Tuesday, but I just feel like it's hard to sort of boost the morale when everybody feels a little bit defeated. But man, they were really good today. So what Campbell was saying, mindset. Sometimes you've got to fake the confidence, until you make it.
Yeah.
Wasn't this whole school built by Penny? She was self-made.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Cool. Fake the confidence so you make it. She's got good confidence, and it's just important. It's just important to, as you say, talk about how good. Penny makes us say good things about ourselves to the students, and why we're here and what made us become an educator for Monaco and things like that, because it's so important for us to recognize in ourselves what we do well, because if we're always down on ourselves, mate, we'd not even make it. Because you are by yourself sometimes, so you have to sort of you got to big yourself up. You haven't always got somebody there to do it for you. What about you, Shell?
One thing that I think that I am really good at is educating my clients. So yesterday at the Click Pink Breakfast, I put myself out there and I networked a lot. I found that a lot of women who get their nails done and go to non-standard salons, they do it because they don't know any better. And we can sit here and be like, oh, but the mask and the smell and the this and the that. Someone isn't trained, they justify all that to themselves, because a lot of the girls were like, oh, but they wear masks because they're sitting in it all day, every day. I'm like, well, I don't wear a mask in my salon.
Yeah.
So it was just that education and backing myself and realizing that I do have the knowledge.
Oh,
and when I'm talking about my work and my and what I do and the practices that I do, I realize that I am a good nail tech and I do know what I'm talking about, and I should have more faith in myself, because those of you that I have taken in class will know that I'm quite hard on myself, and I'll often be like, sorry guys, I'm still learning, and I don't back myself, and I can't sometimes come up with the answer to a question that someone has straight away, but I will do my best to find out the answer and get back to them. But when I'm talking about my own practices and explaining to clients that, this is what you need to look for when you're looking for a good salon, this is the things that you need to look for, these are the things that you need to run away from, they were like, oh wow, no one's ever explained that to me. They never, when you go to a non-standard salon, if you've got acrylics on, they'll just pick them off, and clients think that's normal because that's all they know. They don't know that that's not how you remove acrylics. They don't know that that's going to cause damage to the natural nail. So it's just that education, and sometimes it can sound kind of preachy and it can come across a little bit like up yourself almost, but your clients are actually, or even if they're not your clients, they might go somewhere else, they're grateful for being told, hey, this is what you actually should look for. And that's something that I think I've been really good at recently, since going full time, is just educating my clients on, this is what you should be looking for, this is what, because the first thing they see when they sit down at my desk is my certificates, and they're like, oh, I've never been somewhere that has certificates, and you're like, well, what? You shouldn't be going anywhere that doesn't have certificates. But to be fair, before, when I never used to listen to my mum, sorry mum, and would go somewhere else because I wasn't living in Auckland, I would go to more salons because I didn't know any better, and I thought that my mum was just, blowing smoke and didn't know what she was talking about. But now I definitely
that's
wish I'd
probably one of the things I'm most grateful to Monaco for, is that it's not just here's how to do a nail, see you later. It's here's how to do a nail, here's why it sticks like this, here's why it doesn't stick when you don't do this, here's how the products work together and how the chemicals react and why sometimes it goes hard and sometimes it stays soft. Like here's this. And I love having all that background knowledge, because it gives me a one up with my clients, because they're just like, oh, she knows exactly what she's talking about. Like,
and I think it helps as well, because then they're like, oh, well, when do I need to come back? And then you explain to them the whole, you should get at least 14 days, but we'll book you in for 10 just in case. And if anything changes, then you can come earlier or later, especially because a lot of my clients come from non-standard salons and they have damaged nails. And so I do say to them, look, I really don't know how these are going to wear on you because of the damage from XYZ.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm quite proud of, is to have the knowledge behind me to say to my clients, hey, you need to look at doing this, or we need to do this in order to get your nails back to full health. Yeah.
That's cool. I love that.
Yeah,
I really enjoy that knowledge too.
Tony said she's good at going to bed early.
She's really good at going to bed early. I'm not good at going to bed early, and then I'm not good at going to bed early, and I'm good at waking up early, so it kind of like backfires, and today I'm really tired. What were we talking about? One thing I did well, or am
doing well. What are you really good at?
I know what I wanted to say. I just couldn't remember the question. So I think that I've sort of realized in the last month or so that sometimes this business, I don't know whether Campbell has like noticed it a lot, but when you get in a group of mostly women, they can be nasty. And we've talked about like competition-free zone and supporting each other and blah, 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 blah. But I've just realized this week that actually I don't need to approach this business with the same attitude, and actually kindness isn't going to set me back in this business, and I'm going to use kindness to help me excel. Yeah. And so I've just made a few decisions of how I'm going to put myself out there as being a kind person, like making sure I comment as much as I can on everybody's work, because I just don't see anybody as a threat.
No. And you shouldn't. There is more than enough clients to go around for all the nail techs.
Yeah, and that's not because I think I'm awesome. It's just because I literally live in the middle of nowhere. So the people that come to me in the middle of nowhere, there's nowhere else for them to go anywhere. like it just, anyway, I've just never understood it. You guys know that. Yeah. But I've just made the decision that I just love being positive, and I want people to feel good about their work. And like when I see something that like takes my breath away, I'm going to tell that person, oh my goodness, those are amazing. Like, and I want that person to know that, not, oh, I haven't put any pictures like that out on my social media this week, so I'm just going to keep scrolling and I'm not going to, like it just gives me so much joy to tell people how awesome I think they are. And so I think I made the decision in this last week, like that's how I'm going to excel, is by just being kind to everybody and shouting other people out and like sharing their work and things, because I just think there's so much talent out there, and like artists, like there's Monet, and then who's another artist?
I don't know.
Picasso, and they've got two completely different ways of painting and styles. But I saw a quote this week. Dang it. I wish I did screenshot it. It's on my phone. But like, what would the world be if after everybody heard a Beatles song, they stopped creating music?
Yeah.
Like, oh, the Beatles are so good and everybody loves them, so I can't possibly be that good. Yeah. So I'm just not going to make music. The world would be such a sad place if everybody stopped making music when the Beatles came along. I think I've got it on my phone.
Yeah.
But
There's a really cool movie coming out with the Beatles music soon.
Yeah, it's not like a documentary, it's a movie, eh?
Yeah.
It's this guy that wakes up and everyone thinks he wrote the Beatles music.
Yeah, I really want to see that movie. It looks real cool. I also really want to go and see the Elton John movie.
Oh yeah. I love all those like music.
Maybe we should go together because my hubby won't go.
Yes, my hubby won't go either. Yeah, I'd totally love that. So it was from Anna is the Worst on Instagram, and she said comparison is the thief of creation. I've seen comparison as the thief of joy, but comparison is the thief of creation. So we can let comparison sort of stunt us in our creativity because we think, imagine if everyone stopped making music once they heard the Beatles. Man, that John Lennon and Paul McCartney is so talented. I can never be that clever. Plus the hair. I can't compete with the hair. There's room for every voice in your field of expertise on social media, in art, writing, all creation. If you find yourself comparing and not creating, think of the Beatles. Think of how sad it would be if no music was made after the Beatles.
Yeah, that's true. Super true.
Yeah. So that's what I've decided. Like, I'm going to big up everybody and be kind and, like what Campbell said, not put yourself down, have a mindset of confidence. Okay, so we're going to have our last moment. Look how bang on time we are. So our accountability moment. Penny asked us last week was, do you know when you'll need to register for GST? And we have a discussion about that. My accountability moment for you is your first aid kit within 30 seconds of your chair. I know mine is because I set up my salon this week. What about you, Rochelle?
Yeah.
What about you, Campbell? Do you have a bit of a salon-y setup at home?
No, I don't have anything.
So do you know when you were learning in class about the first aid kits, did you learn about how it needs to be 30 seconds within your reach? Do you know where it's in your theory online workbook, sorry. Do you know where our first aid kit is? Can you hold it up to the camera for those that are watching? How long did that take?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Whoop, whoop. So Monica, I've got it. Rochelle, I've got it. Jess has got it. Campbell knows he needs to got it. Cool. Okay. So thanks for joining us this week, guys, and for commenting. We always love having you with us, Tony. We'd love to know what your highlights or struggles were this week. If you tune in later on the podcast, on YouTube, anything like that, we would love to see your comments. So just before we wrap up, I want to remind you that our Now Tech classes are accessible to everyone, both in New Zealand and overseas, through our Tech Booster video lessons. So that's a mixture of pre-recorded demos and live interactive video calls with us, which means that overseas, miles away, we will work with you as you practice and guide your client through your client session. So if you want to check that out, that's all on monaco.ac.nz. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you back next week live at 5 or 5:15 p.m. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us this evening. We have had
me.
Where is it? Rochelle from Aphrodite.iris on both Instagram and Facebook. Go and check out her gorgeous photos from the event, the Click event that she was at the other day. Hey, Miranda, just joined us.
Hey, Catherine.
You have been listening to me, Jessie, from Shine Now Design NZ. If you haven't already, go and check out my salon reveal. And you have been listening to Campbell. We are so excited to have you with us, Campbell. He didn't want us to share any pages, but his name's Campbell. You can go and try and find him if you want.
That's right, Miranda. You'll be able to watch this back once we've finished it up because it'll play whenever you like.
Yeah. Cool. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next week. Bye.